Hello, everyone. Welcome to the month-end recap and strategy session. Everybody wave hi to those that couldn't make it here. Terry is the reason I'm recording this because she says, please record it. Those people are not going to make it. And I'm like, you're right. While we're on here, wanted to remind you guys that February 1st is the No Overthinking Posting Challenge. That is something where we're not going to meet on Zoom. We will at the very, very last. We'll have a Zoom little recap for those that kind of want to go over everything we did. 100% of what I'm doing on the no overthinking is something that's already going on now. I did not write any of it. I'm just copying how brilliant this woman is and redoing it because I was not allowed to invite anyone to this, what we're doing now, and I didn't know what it was going to be like, but it is so amazing. What the purpose of this is this is why I thought about this, doing this. Um, there are people that say, well, next month I want to concentrate on enrolling 2 or 4. To what end, though? Why do you want to enroll 2 or 4? Like, what is your next goal? And I want to change our focus from just enrolling 2 to 4 to going, I want to get to my next status. Because there are people that literally go every month they advance in status, right? Some people advance 2 or 3 times in 1 month. Why? They have a different idea of how they're going to spend their day and their week. And they're not looking at just enrolling, they're going, I want to work towards this status for this financial goal, to pay off this bill, to go on vacation, to buy that RV for this reason, right? And so what I've asked and challenged everybody that is part of my business builder group is, do you have a vision board? And someone just sent me theirs today and I've been able to look at it, but you have to have a vision for where you want to be. And, some of the statistics that are going around that if somebody had a $400 car issue, there's a huge percentage of people, and I forgot the percentage, but a huge percentage of people would have to put it on credit card. They couldn't pay for it. I just had a friend, a really close friend, was in a foreign country on vacation, and her husband had a heart attack and died. In bed right next to her, and she's like, you have to have a credit card with this much on it, $5,000. You have to have a credit card with $5,000, and you have to have this much cash, and you have to know what 911 equivalent is over there, and you got to. She says the amount of money you need to have on you, your person, if you ever travel in case this happens, is ridiculous because you're a foreigner and you have to pay cash for stuff because they don't trust you. It opened my eyes on traveling because you guys know I love to travel. So I am a firm believer of keeping your why. Why are you doing this? What bill do you need to pay off? Like, when do you want to be debt free? That's the first thing you guys need to this week. Sit your butt down and write down your bills and have a plan for paying them off. Like this month, I want to make enough money to pay half of my, Dillard's bill or my Visa. I want to be able to pay for all of my Melaleuca products are always going to be 100% paid for because I'm earning that much money. At least $90, $100. I mean, what is your next small goal? Think about your goals like that. Are your Melaleuca products paid for 100%? If not, start with that goal. Start with that goal. Someone was just talking to me about, well, it's just my husband and I, and the 35 points is hard. I don't know how that's hard. You really shipping over here, but you're also not enjoying the fact, like, I do all the skincare, I do all the collagen, I do all the vitamins. Except for prostate, I don't take that one. My prostate's fine. I do all that because it's paid for. So if anything, maybe that's your first goal, is to have all your Melaleuca products paid for. What's your next goal? What's the next thing you want to pay off? I want to start an emergency fund. I want to be able to afford that. My Melaleuca check, 25% of it goes into an emergency fund. If you don't have a financial, this is what I'm working for, then you're working for what? What are you working for? Maybe it's a bigger picture. I'm wanting to make sure I want to earn this amount of money so my husband can quit his job. Well, when do you want to have that done? It can't just be some pipe dream like someday I'm going to go to Europe. No, when are you going to go to Europe? When? put on the calendar and now work towards how much money do I need to go to Europe? How much are plane fares and how long are you going to stay and how much is an Airbnb or hotel? Put it into writing and have a plan so you have a goal to work for. And so start small. Start with next month, I want to pay for what? My Melaleuca orders, completely paid for.
My flight to convention.
Flight to convention. Love that, Leah. Your hair looks fabulous, by the way. You
Oh,
missed
you
it
can
on
see
the
me
back.
now?
No, no, I can't.
Oh. I'm like, oh my God, did I hit the camera?
Yeah, we've been watching you shaving your legs. That's all good.
Oh my
Um,
God.
you
Embarrassing.
guys, convention's in May, and 100% of you better be there. I'm serious. You better be there. There's no, I don't know. No, this is a business. Pull it together. One exception I'm going to give Crystal. You know I'm talking about you because she's pregnant. She's gonna be bigger as preggers that time. I'm excited. Because she's naming the child after me. She doesn't know that yet, but
Is
we're,
she having a girl?
we don't know, but it doesn't matter. I just saw a TV show and the guy's name was Sandy, so I figure that's okay.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm here to tell you
actually, Alexander gets changed to Sandy.
I have an Aunt Sandy. So if I name the baby Sandy, she's definitely claiming that I named it after her.
You know what? I'm a firm believer. You just let her believe whatever she wants to believe. Just smile and nod. Okay. So, absolutely, Leah, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Paying for convention, paying for your airfare. If you're not a director yet, how about get a director this month so that you get your convention ticket at $99. So let's just build on convention.
Yes.
If you're not director yet, getting to director, you have 2 months to buy your convention ticket that you get it for $99. Okay, so let's get to director, make enough money so the next month you can, or the month after, you can pay for your convention ticket. Then you need to pay for airfare, you need to pay for food. Now, convention does not have to be expensive. Those people that have been to convention, raise your hand if you've been to convention before. Let me see how many of you guys have been. Okay. They have an award where you can win an award. So Terry's been there. You can win an award for getting to convention on the least amount of money. People have had miles donated. They've had formal dresses donated. Somebody had a thing going. If you got to director by this time, then their enroller bought him a convention ticket. There's all kinds of things that you can go around, but start planning for that. How much money do you need for airfare, hotel, food, right? Write it down. February, March, by March, you need that money. Okay, so let's talk about some backstories before we go everything, okay? And part of this is going to be you guys being a part of my madness. Okay. So what we're going to cover today is we're going to talk about January. What are some of your wins and what are some of your lessons? So think about that. We're going to do this every month. I think it's important that we don't just concentrate on, well, that person didn't show up. Terry and I were talking before it happened, and we talk about how our day gets away from us. Like, I didn't take a shower till 3:30. And she's like, some of those are the best days. And we both talked about how we both had people that didn't show up today. And it's like, okay, that's all right. We just keep going. It doesn't derail us. February, a strategy session. What's going to matter the most? And I really want to help focus you guys on what's really mattering. At the end, we're going to talk about your numbers. Okay, you need to know your numbers. Going to pressure you guys to really, really love your numbers. The training that we're going to talk about, it's a short training, what to do every day so you don't overthink this. And this is where I see a lot of people overthinking it and making everything very personal as opposed to, this is a business, you guys. Everybody's asking somebody to switch, right? I'm just glanced up at Crystal. Crystal's a massage therapist. Part of her job is to make people come to her instead of somebody else, right? And she's been doing such a good job. Man, I love your post, Crystal. I'm obsessed with the posts that you've been posting about muscle skeleton and fascia. I learned a whole thing about fascia. If I lived closer to Crystal, she would be my massage person. Part of it based on how much information I see that she knows. It's been amazing what she's posting, and I am drawn to that, going, oh, I didn't know about fascia. What is that? And then this whole thing, laying on the bed and strengthening your face and all that kind of stuff. Okay, what we do today, some wins and some lessons. So I'm gonna undo this. I want you guys, what are some of the wins that you guys had this month? What are some of the wins that you had? I can't do that. Write down, type in some of the wins that you guys have had. Let me see. Got a business account. Woo! Oh, 2 enrollments. Very good. What is a business account? Crystal, what does that mean?
The care shop is my new customer, the whole business.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. You got that done. Very, very good. I was intentional this month on getting business builders and enrolling business builders, and I did. Specific business builders. That's a win. Jen, I had to go. Jen enrolled her first business builder because she was intentional about business builders. So focusing on the business side. Anybody else have any wins? Setting up a system that's working, and I've had 2 appointments every day this week. Yes, Terry also has a win of really, really embracing Chat GPT. Jen got a business builder, very good. Any other wins? About lessons. Anybody have a lesson? And I can't see everybody, so if you're raising your hand, you have to raise your hand for me to see you. On Pride Depression, I did work every day. That's a win. That's a very good win. 2 enrollments, John. Good job. Any lessons that people have learned? Any lessons that people have learned? If you do nothing, nothing happens. A lesson I learned. Work works. Work works. 18 minutes a day. Just get 18 minutes a day. I learned that I'm having to redo all my business, what I hand out to people because it's overwhelming. So I'm redoing all my business stuff that I hand to people and breaking it down into kindergarten, as Melaleuca Laura Beitler called it. She goes, you got to go to kindergarten entrepreneur school. Kindergarten, I also learned that most people don't spend more than 2 hours a week working Melaleuca. The magic you're looking for is in the work you are avoiding. Ooh, the magic you're looking for is in the work you're avoiding. No silver bullets, just do the work. You guys, you need to write some of this stuff down. Do not waste time with non-income producing activities. Trust the process. You know I love that one. Okay, so it's important, you guys. At the end of February, we're always going to look at this. What are your wins and what did you learn? If you're not learning anything, you're not being honest and analyzing what's going on, right? It's okay to analyze and go, well, that didn't work. Let's try that again, right? It's okay to have those moments, right? That didn't work. I've done that with some makeup. Well, what have wow, look at that. I look kind of like a French hole right there. Yes, okay, let's redo that. That hairstyle sure isn't working. Let's redo that. How many of you have had bad hair days because of your own doing, right? You guys have all had bad hair days because of decisions you make. Okay. This is a lot. Take a picture of it. Let's talk about this. This is what we're going to strategize in February. The topics are expand reach out and acquisition. So expanding your reach out. Refining product and services. This was a big bullet in my brain when I heard Kim Massengill talk about, you guys, need to be service oriented. That is our job. Our job is not to set up accounts. Our job is to be very service oriented. And I got a whole whipping on that one. Optimizing operations in your team. So first of all, we're going to starting February 1st, of course, is a launch targeted webinar series that I'm doing on content. Okay, it's a daily to-do list, and we're going to launch that February 1st. Agora, you guys know, like I just said, we're only doing it on my Facebook group and the Messenger group. And what we're going to do is increase social media engagement by 15 month over month, 15%. I'm going to explain what that means in a minute. And then initiate 2 strategic partnerships. So in February, you guys, you're looking for 2 business partners. You need to be writing it down. This is your goal, 2 business partners, right? You have to write it down because you can't just look at it. If you don't write it down, it's not going to happen. So we're launching a social media. We're increasing social media engagement. If you're increasing it, you better know where you are now, right? So this is your homework assignment. I want you to go to your social media, find out how many followers you have or how many friends you have, because we're going to increase that. That's your homework. That's one of your homeworks. Where are you now? Refine product and services. Analyze January feedback and prioritize 3 top features. So what have you learned in January? And what are the 3 things that you need to really, really, really work on as far as getting information to people? Prepare for a March product update rollout, because there's something new that's going to happen in March. Enhance customer support response time. I learned something new. I heard somebody say, I need to just apologize that it's taking me so long to get back to you, but let's start fresh now. Because in December, I got so behind on following up with people just because of my life situations. And then we're going to implement new project management workflow. Those that have been meeting this with us in the morning have been asking ChatGPT to come up with a schedule for us. Saying Mondays at 8 a.m. I have Monday mindset, 6 p.m. I have a team training. I have this on Wednesday nights at 4, a strategy session. Here are the things I want you to work into my calendar. And ChatGPT has been helping a lot of people on working out a schedule. So if you're having a hard time implementing a workflow, get on ChatGPT and just ask it, how can you help me with a workflow, a schedule? Reduce weekly meetings times by 20%. We have a morning check-in. That's kind of all we do, except for Monday nights. This is why we have stopped doing the Thursday night Road to Senior. My group is getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and I needed to cut the time that I was doing it, and then conduct team skill development workshops. You guys, this is why on Monday I have a new director launch. We're doing director in a day, you guys, but you have to embrace the trainings on the Grow app. When do you do that? When are you doing the trainings on the Grow app? Okay. Okay, here's what MOM means. Increase engagement by 50% compared to the previous month, not overall and not year to date. So here's an example. Let's say that you had 1,000 people engage with you, which you can find on your professional site if you have a professional features on Facebook. So let's say your February goal was to increase 15% of, just for a round number. If you had 1,000 people engaging with you, responding, looking at your posts and stuff like that, increasing it by 15% means you're going to raise it to 1,150. Then for March, you'd compare March to February. So what's really important is when we get off here, I want you to look, are you on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, where are you? And how many followers do you have? How many friends do you have? And if you have the professional version, look at your engagements. Okay? This is going to show growth. Because your goal is to, and I know a lot of people like to do belly to belly, but not everybody has that luxury. And one of the things that I heard at convention is that somebody was talking about social media, and there's a time when we weren't allowed to do anything, but so many people were going, it allows me to have a bigger impact on people because more people are seeing me. Okay? Doing this and keeping track of your numbers is realistic and measurable, you guys. You can see what's going on with you. So we want to do 15% better than last month. That's the whole point of it, okay? 15% better. That's our growth on social media. Okay, what to do every day so you don't overthink this. You guys, what is your morning routine? Prime in your mind, what is your morning routine? I've shared with a lot of you in the morning, like I get up, I drink down a glass of water, I turn on Nicki Minaj Bang Bang and I dance and I do crunches and foot, then I shower, then I breathe in essential oils 10 times and be thankful for my day. Then I drink hot green tea with lemon to help cleanse out my system. And then I read before I even get here and I get ready, makeup hair to go to work. That's by 7:30 in the morning. My morning routine is priming my mind with thankfulness, with God, my reading, and this is when I do my personal growth is before 7:30. That's like getting that all done. 3 core tasks to focus on impact. What are the things that you need to do? 3 things that you need to work in. Build your contact list, engagements, and set appointments, right? Every day. Engagements are important, whether you're having coffee with someone or you're responding to people on social media. You have to have that into your schedule. And then at the end of the day, I really want you guys have a notebook by your bed and review your day. What did you learn? What did you win? Quick wins and learns, and then plan your day for the next day. Start planning your next day. This is new for a lot of you. Plan your next day. I learned this from my husband. This is what he does. He literally ends the day with a notebook. This is what I got done, and he moves it over to what he needs to do the next day. Okay, why this matters, you guys. Most people don't quit because the work is hard. They quit because they're unsure what to do next. Read that, let it soak in. They quit because they're not sure what to do. If you aren't living by example that you can pass this on, because remember, we're going to get to, everyone's going for 2 business builders in February. If you're not sure how your day goes and how you plan it, you can't coach this to other people. Clarity creates confidence, which is, I know this morning, my morning is set. I've worked it out. I know what I'm going to do. I'm confident about it. I'm confident about dancing like a maniac in my pajamas. I love it. And then confidence creates consistency. Consistency is the thing I hear a lot of you guys having a hard time doing. And that's because I don't think that you have a focus and you're trying to make it too hard. Simplicity plus momentum is what we're going to work on with February. Simplicity and momentum. Okay, so your January recap. Effort always comes before evidence, you guys. In other words, your effort is going to show up in February. If you guys took December off, holidays, sickness, whatever we're doing here is going to show up in February. Okay, January, you planted seeds. Planted seeds. That means you have to be reaching out to people. You have to be texting, messaging, Facebooking, whatever you do to develop those relationships, because February is where we start growing roots, okay? Progress isn't loud, but it's happening. You have to keep track of the people that you're talking to. People are your inventory, right? So you have to keep track of who you're talking to and what's happening, because that is your people are your inventory. And every time you respond to them, reach out to them, you need to know that. Okay. What overthinking looks like? Overthinking is the momentum. How many of you guys overthink this? Raise your hand. Yeah. Yeah. I see your hands. Yeah. I don't want to say the wrong thing. You might. I need to know more first. No, you don't. You set an appointment for people to learn more. You don't need to know any more than how to set an appointment. That's it. You need to know why they need to know Melaleuca and how to set an appointment. Your job is not to tell them. Your job is to set an appointment. I'll start when I feel confident. No. Action creates clarity, not the other way around. Action. Your action is going to be really clear. The more you know how to set an appointment, you're going to get really confident on that. And you're going to eventually learn not everybody says yes. Sometimes you don't say things right, but nobody loses a limb, and that happens, right? Okay, here's the 5 daily actions that we're going to have, okay? You don't need more strategies. You need repeatable actions. This is going to work for beginners and leaders. It creates momentum without burnout and keeps you focused on activity, not outcome. I want you to focus on the activity. Focus on the activity. I want you all to write this down. Focus on activity. Write it down. Write it down twice. We're going to focus on activity, not the outcome. So, number 1 is you're going to start conversations. You're going to be conversations. Hey, how have you been? Hey, what's new in your life? Catch me up. This made me think of you. Send a funny cartoon. Okay, reach out like a human, you guys, not a marketer. Be human-like. No pitching, no pressure, curiosity over convincing. Your job is to make people curious. That's how appointment setting works. You get yeses when you make people curious. Do you realize that? When you make people curious, that's when they want to say yes to the appointment. Consistent connection always comes first. Reach out like a human, no preaching. So connection. This is why on your calendar you have to have some time when you're doing engagements. That's it. All you're doing is reaching out to say hi to people. The line I like, I haven't talked to you forever. Catch me up. What's going on in your life? I don't actually say how have you been very often. What's going on in your life? I learned that from Jeremy Minor, training that I took. Jeremy Minor, what's going on in your life? Catch me up. Then share something publicly. Share life, not perfection. Posting once a day, consistency beats creativity. You guys know, if you guys seen my story, like I got some new shoes. I found a shoe sale. I'm posting my new shoes. Post ideas, something that you're learning. I've been obsessed about my new Dutch oven and trying to bake bread in it. What's a win that you've had? A real life moment. A real life moment. You guys, this is some posting ideas. If you're not really sure, this is why the 30-day challenge is going to be good, because I'm going to give you guys ideas. But this is what makes people curious about you. And that's really the key towards how you can engage in asking conversations. You can't have a conversation if people don't have anything to ask you about. Does that make sense? This is why posting is so important. Okay, follow up kindly. Follow-ups is service, not pressure. You ever look at it like that? Following up to your customer is a service. I got into a whole conversation with a customer today because she's wearing the patch and she doesn't take our supplements because she's wearing the patch. I'm like, well, what about fiber? What about gut health? That kind of thing. It started in the whole other thing and I started sending her stuff out. Okay. Gentle, human, respectful. Just circling back, no rush at all. That's an example, just circling back. Life does get busy, you guys, so you are not bothering people. You have to get that out of your brain. So when are you going to do follow-up? You guys know me. Friday is all about follow-up for me. When is your follow-up time? Another one, we need to be inviting people to information. This is our job. Our job is to open the door, let curiosity lead people in, and then step back and let the overview happen. You don't sell, you're sharing information. Okay, information is way, way, way more important than persuasion. This is the key to setting an appointment. Let curiosity lead. And this morning we were talking about not using product as a lead, but using pain points. That leads to curiosity, right? And then track activity, not results. You guys, you have to use the working Zoom. You have to use the working Zoom. You have to use the working Zoom. You have to. That way you can track, are you really doing the work? Write it down at the end of the day. How many contacts, how many names on your contact list did you have? This working Zoom sheet is so important. So how many conversations did you start? How many follow-ups did you do? How many posts did you share? Activity is controllable if you know what you're doing. Success is built on daily deposits. In other words, you have to daily have a balanced thing on what you're doing. What is your system for tracking? And I suggest the working Zoom so you can see if you work all day. This past week, I have told probably 5 different people to say, keep this notebook, this in a notebook with you if you have a job, something else that you're doing, and work on through the day to see how much can you actually do if you just give it 15 minutes per section. You have to be able to lead others by saying, look, I have a full-time job, but I use this form and it works. Okay, what not to focus on. Stop obsessing over who's joining you guys. Just stop it. Or who doesn't respond, or comparing timelines or other people's pace. That is my issue. I see other people going, oh my gosh, Okay, it's your lane, your space, your season, you're doing it. If you focus only on your schedule and what you can get done, that's all you need to focus on. Everybody has a right to say no. Have you ever said no to anybody? Yeah, all the time, right? Okay, we're gonna do fewer tasks. I want you to start saying no to something. I want you to start saying no to something. Your schedule, something. You got to say no to something. I want you guys to live by a schedule where you have clear daily actions and work it in. And maybe you have to say no to watching TV late at night or whatever. Say no and work this in. Consistency over intensity. Momentum is created by showing up imperfectly daily. Daily. Got that? Daily. And I don't want anybody texting me going, well, I need to take Sunday off. Of course. It's daily on the days that you can work. For those of you, you know, I do not set appointments on Mondays or Fridays because Mondays are busy preparing for the week and meetings and follow up, and Friday is all about follow up. That's all I'm doing is on Fridays. I'm not even trying to set appointments. That's why I typically work on Saturday. Okay, why people quit in February. The January excitement fades. We had launch. Everybody got excited. The results feel slow. Doubt creeps in. This is normal and temporary. It's normal and temporary. If you are just now starting, it may be that this is the first time you're actually leading it, then your February may seem to be kind of slow. February 17th is that I forgot what they call it. February 17th is the day people quit on their New Year's resolutions. There's actually a day for that. Not interesting? Okay, how you push through. Remember, I started off by knowing your why. Remember that you need to know what do you want to financially accomplish in February or March, because we're starting this now, recapping it. What do you want to be able to pay for by the end of February so that you'll see it in March? I want you guys to celebrate progress. On Monday nights, we start with celebration. We celebrate enrollments and advancements. We celebrate on Monday nights. Lean into our community, you guys, through digital library, through my digital library, through our team meetings, our group chats. You guys, you have a community, lean into them. Ask questions on my Business Builder support page. Keep it simple. Small steps still move you forward. And the small steps are get your schedule, get this working Zoom sheet, and fill it out every single day. If you do that, that's a small step. Just fill out the form. Just fill out the form. How are you doing with that? Okay. Your February commitment, you guys. Which daily activity do you guys avoid? Put it in the chat box. What daily activity are you avoiding? Where do you overthink? Put in the chat box. Where do you overthink? And what can I do consistently? Consistently, I'm going to give this one to you guys. Fill this out. You can consistently fill this out. It will be an eye-opening experience for you. And I will be so bold to say that if you don't do this, you're not really wanting to build. You just like the social activity. This is like getting on the scales, you guys. Tara and I can tell you how hard that is, isn't it, girlfriend? When you first do it for the first time, you're like, I'm so embarrassed to see what I do. And now I look forward to it. I can't wait to jump up out of bed and go get on the scales. What do I do? And you're not supposed to weigh every day. And I do. I do. I weigh every day. 5.2 ounces is a celebration. I celebrate, right? I no longer celebrate with cookies. Ha! Okay, let's take a look. What are you avoiding and where do you overthink? Yeah, the LifeWave patch, John. You avoid, which are you avoiding? Posts? You're avoiding approaches, overthinking approaches, social media, want to post. I join your group to start to be daily. Avoiding posts, avoid approaches, overthinking post approaches. Yeah. You can get the working Zoom form on the Business Builder Support under Forms. It's called Working Zoom. So go to Business Builder Support page and then click on Files. And under Files, you'll see it. Overthinking, most of all, avoiding contacting. Overthinking, it means you feel like you have to. So here's the other thing to download on. Here's how to stop overthinking it. Under Business Builder Support, under Files are two things you want to need. One's called Follow the Process. Stop overthinking it and just read it. Read the script. Just read it. And if you won't do that, ask yourself why you won't do it. Why won't you just do it? Your fear is keeping you from trusting something that everybody's working. The second thing is the Business Builder Support. Okay. The thing that we're starting is going to help you with what to post, overthinking posts. You guys, Facebook is a party. You're sharing your new shoes. You're sharing this. You're sharing that. You're overthinking it. You're not understanding that it's to draw people to you to be interested in you. Okay. All right. You need to start to become confident, you guys. You show up, stay consistent, and let momentum do the rest. You will be more confident when you have successes, and showing up daily will be your success. Just do that. For February, commit to the 5 daily actions. Commit to it. Stop waiting to feel ready. Don't feel ready. Just get up and set your schedule and set alarms and trust the process. You're closer than what you think. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to decide how long you have for each activity and set an alarm. I will quit saying that when I see everybody doing it. You're no longer late to meetings because you set alarms. You're no longer saying I forgot or I didn't have time because you actually have a schedule and you're in control of your schedule. Okay. This is what I want to see, and whoever wants to, this is what I asked you guys to come to. What's your organizational volume? You need to know this to move forward. How many enrolled customers do you have? How many personal directors do you have? How many people in your organization are building? And what is your current pay status? You may be a director too, but you only have 6 customers. Not only you have 6 customers. So what do we do with that? This is what I look at the end of every month. I look at the 12th. As soon as I get paid, I pull up my business report to see where my organizational volume is. Under my KPIs, under the More report, I can see how many people actually enrolled, how we're actually enrolling in my organization. Under your KPIs, you can see how many people are enrolling into your organization. I think it's literally called organizational enrollers. So this is what you need to do. You need to start with you've never seen it. This is the Marketing Revolution Guide from Melaleuca. This is in the Download and Print Center, okay? And the one thing that I love about this is this chart. These are the columns, if you've never seen this, to see where are you and where do you need to be. And I want everybody to type in the chat box, what are you as far as your pay? Not I'm a director 2, but I only have 6. You're getting paid as a director, right? Write down and type in where are you as far as your status, because this tells you if you're a director 2, in order to get to director 3, this is what you need. You need at least 11 personal customers. These are leadership points. If you're doing your job and enrolling people, you don't have to worry about it. You need $2,500 in volume. 2,500 in volume. I don't know why I said dollar. And you need 1 personal enrollment, 1 personal director. Now, the reason I asked how many people are actually enrolling for you, because you need more than just 1 person helping you with that volume. 2,500 is the equivalent of about 50 people. Okay. So, um, okay, Director 3, organizational volume 944, enrolled 11 customers, personal directors, people building. Okay, so Leanne has one person in her organization that's building. She's a director. Okay. Volume for D3. Virginia, does that mean you need a personal director? Is that why you're not at D3 yet? Virginia? You're muted, girly.
Yes, that is correct. I've struggled with finding someone. I have people that have brought people in, but nobody that's really run for it. So yeah, I have the volume for a D3, but I need a director.
Okay, so this is what we know for Virginia, right? How many customers do you have, Virginia?
I have 34 personal customers.
Okay. So you guys, what's Virginia's focus? Wow, what's Virginia's focus for February? What's her focus, guys?
Get a director.
Get a
Got
director.
2 directors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's where you could actually look at this, which is she's got enough for 3. Like, what is your volume, Virginia?
I don't remember exactly, but it's over 25. It's between 25 and 3,000.
Okay, because it's good to know, because here's the deal. Director 4 is 5,000, right? So if you're already at Director 3, so this is what I would say, which is if you're 5,000, take this number, 5,000 minus, we'll say 2,800, okay? So she needs to grow by 2,200. Divide that by the average product point is 50. That means she needs to grow by 44 people. This is where you break this down and go, where are those 44 people going to come from? How many people do you have building in your organization? So,
Oh, go ahead.
well, this is why I asked them to have these things down. Like how many people do you have building in your organization? Like, Leanne has one person building.
I don't have anybody who's building like consistently. I have people who have enrolled other people, but nobody that's like
It
grabs
doesn't
hold.
matter consistently. It doesn't matter consistently, right? It matters that maybe they're enrolling a couple people in the month of February, you can get them a little bit more consistent by just helping them talk a little bit more about income and, hey, did you see the promotion? Would you like this month?
Right. And I do talk to them, the 3 that are building or working on building. 2 of them have customers. The other one is new. We're doing a bingo party this Saturday, so I'm really hoping that will help them.
Okay, so between those 3 and you, that means 4 people. So if you divide that by 4, that's if everybody enrolled 11. That's if you don't enroll anybody that has the director, right? Well, let's say if you had 44 divided by 6, so you find 2 people that want to build, and everybody has to enroll 7 to 8.
Okay.
So it's not a matter of consistent, they haven't really done anything. Maybe they haven't been encouraged to, or you haven't talked to them a little bit and give them tiny little goals. Maybe you can reach out to 2 people today. This goes back to the kindergarten entrepreneurship, right? This is your new thing, you guys. I want you to ask people, who can you just reach out to 2 people today? Who are the 2 people that you know you'd love to reach out? And can you do it by 5 p.m. tonight or 7 p.m. tonight? Okay, so you have to know, so Ellen has organizational volume of 7,800. So to get back to D2, 1,000. How do I know that right here? D2 is 1,000, right? Can you guys see the chat when I share the chat? Can you guys see my chats? Okay, you can. All right, I didn't know that. 1,000 minus where she is, 784. Oops, that's not what I meant. Ha, minus 784. So she has to grow by a volume of 260. Divide that by how much? What do we divide it by?
50.
50, thank you. She needs to grow by 5 to get back to D2. That's doable. That's doable. So,
But if she got a builder in those 4, she could actually go to D through 4, right?
this is her right now. She's at a 784, so she's right below D2 status.
Yeah.
So to get her back to D2 status, no directors. So 5
Mhm.
people to get to D2, right? We've got Friday, Saturday, enroll 2, enroll 3 per day. You could do that by the end of the month. You could, right? The thing about this is that you have to look at is how many people are you having to help you build? So, so this is Leanne, she's a director, right? So 1,000 minus 944, and 1,000 is director 2. Minus where she is, divided by 50. You're 1.5 people away from getting director 2, Leanne. You need to do this by the end of the month.
I know. I keep going back and forth because I have a couple customers that they pause their account and then they go back in. So I keep going back and forth between director and director 2.
Okay.
But for mine, because my volume is actually my product point, average product point is like 60. It's not 50, it's like 60. Because my sister orders 150 to 200 points a month, so she counts as 3 customers.
She does. That's really
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, so
But let's look at what Leanne can focus then on for D3 for the month of to get through February. Okay. So by the end of this week, I want you to get back to D2. Got it?
Okay.
Okay. Well, let's look at this. 2,500 minus where she is, 944. 1,556 is what she has to grow that. Divide it by how much?
50.
50.
Thank you. 50 equals, she has to grow by 32 people. Now, this is where you have to break it down. So, 32 people. Let's say that she enrolled 2 business builders this month in February, and she's one. So, there's a total of 3 people building, and she has another person in her organization building. So, that would be 4. The person who's already building, Leanne, and she finds, let's just say, one other person to build, right? 32 divided by 3, you're all going to enroll 11. Probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
32 divided by 4, everybody's going to enroll 8. Is that possible? That's more likely to happen. So this is how you look at, I got to get this one person to enroll 8. Do you think that one person would do it, or is this a part-time person, or what are they?
She's like jumping in.
Okay. So
she has 3 customers right now, and she's like motivated, and she wants to do fast track. Like whenever fast track's announced, she wants to be in fast track.
okay, so this is really cool because just 2 a week, you guys, 2 a week. 2 a week, and then your goal is to find 2 people that want to build. So you have 4 people, you, her, and 2 other people that are building towards this. And that's how you get, okay? Your
That
business
makes it a
report
lot
is,
easier.
yeah, that's how you can apply it. How is your business report different than where you are? Are you looking at the right business report, Michelle? Michelle?
Yeah, I had to unmute, sorry. I'm confused because my last one said like I was a product advocate. Now it says director, but my page nut doesn't look like that. I'm just all confused.
It
But
doesn't matter
and when
what
I
your
look at
pay, it doesn't matter what your pay looks like.
okay, the Grow app said, oh no, where I just lost it. Progress tracker. It says status, like I guess as of now, it says status is D2.
No, but what does it say?
Oh, but commission rate is director. It's weird how it says how many customers and I have, and I'm thinking I'm counting them. I'm thinking, how do you get that number?
No, no, no. Go to your more report.
Where do I find that on here?
On your more report is under Melaleuca, under
Oh,
reports and tools. You guys go to
okay.
your business report, go to your more report, go to reports and tools, click grow, then click more.
Grow, then click.
More.
Oh, there you get to it. Okay. All right. So
Um,
let's see. It's up
uh,
now. So,
okay, now click on KPI.
okay, KPIs. Uh-huh.
Okay, so do you see December? What is your organizational volume?
Oh, okay. Let me go organizational volume. Let me follow that little line over there. 617.
Okay, and how many customers do you have?
Well, it's saying I had 9, but I thought, how'd they get that? And 7? Um, it doesn't say how many customers I have here, does it, or does it?
Go back to the more report and look under personal customers.
Personal enrollees. Okay.
The yellow dots, not all of them, the yellow dots. Count the yellow dots. That's how many you prefer.
Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, but one of those 7 is who rolled up from me from
Doesn't really
Kayla.
matter. It doesn't matter. You have their personal customers that count.
Okay, so I have 7.
Okay,
Okay.
so that means you're not quite director, but they have you paying you as a director. So that fine line, right? But your
Yeah, I don't
volumes, so your volume is 617. So for director 2, you need 10
need that.
customers. So you need to grow by 7, 8, 9, 10. You need to grow by 3.
Uh-huh.
But that's not really the case because you've got to have 1,000 in volume.
Right.
So this is how you have to plan out. So 1,000 minus 617. You have to grow by 383 divided by 50. You need to have about 8 customers, which 8 customers would include the 3 that you need. You can enroll 8 on your own and become a director too this month.
8 additional.
Yeah. Enroll 8 customers. That means 2 per week.
Oh, in February. Okay, I thought you were talking about January. Okay.
If you wanted to in January, if you want to get on it, you could enroll 8 before the end of the month and you could have, have an in-home.
So then by getting 8 more, I would have BD2.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for
Yeah.
those
But
numbers.
you guys, now what you do with each one of these, you guys, 8 more. What you do is you look at February and you start marking off when you can't work. Okay, you can't start walking where you work. So we're going to say 8 customers. Okay. That means now the Melaleuca math. If you want 8 customers, how many overviews do you need to do? By Melaleuca math, who knows the number? Anybody? Would it be 16 overviews? Because half of them statistically through Melaleuca will say no. This is why you track. If you are less than 50% success rate, you need help. Get some training, have somebody help you. If you have 16 overviews, how many appointments do you need to make?
32.
Thank you very much. 32. Multiply that times 5. That's how many dials you need to make. 160 dials. Now, how many days are you going to work in February? How many days are you going to work, you guys? You have to know that. You have to look at and say, well, I can't work the 4th, 5th, 6th, or 7th. I have to take those days off because I'm going to be in Dallas at Quest. So there's 3 days off. I don't make phone calls on Fridays. There's those many days. There's 4 on Fridays, so 7, there's 7 days right there, right? I can't work. Don't work Sundays. There's 4 more I'm not working. I'm up to 11 days I'm not working.
Wow.
What else is going on? Valentine's Day, probably not going to work that day. There's another day.
Wow.
Okay, what else is going on? So I'm going to take 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days off of February that I'm not working. How many days? There's 28 minus 12. I'm working 16 days in February. This is your question. How many days are you working in February? So I'm going to take this 160 dials that I need to make and I'm going to divide it by 16 days. That means I need to make 10 dials per day to enroll 8 people.
Wow.
10 dials per day. Okay, to enroll 8 people. Now, when am I going to do those 10 dials?
The days that you're working.
When is my schedule to do those dials? And this is where a lot of you are missing it. You're not scheduling it, and then if you do, you're not honoring your time. You aren't honoring your time. Or maybe you're avoiding it because you're making it too hard because you don't know what to say, which means you're not following the process and just reading the script. Read the freaking script, people. Just read it. Quit thinking about it. Don't make it yours. Just read it.
Oh my God.
And then track your numbers. Are you doing it?
No.
That is it. Quit making it so hard. I'm afraid that people are going to think, you guys, you might as well just stop with life if you're afraid of what people are going to think.
No.
Because you have no control over what people think. You just don't. I mean, if you guys saw me this morning, I literally rolled out of bed, put on a sweatshirt, and came to work. I was not pretty. I'm not concerned what you guys think about that look. And then Terry was gorgeous with her green outfit and her green eyeshadow and red hair, and I'm looking like I literally look this side of a bag lady. That's okay. You have to have a heart. I want to help you. Not, you're making it about you. When you're concerned about what people are thinking, you're making it about you. It's time to stop making it about you and start thinking, how can I help Virginia and Marcella and Michelle, and how can I help you? That's why I show up here ugly, and sometimes my hair is too big and my lashes are too big. I'm not really concerned about me. I'm saying, how can I help you? And if you're focusing on the fact that maybe I forgot to put on mascara, you're not thinking about how can I help you? That is where the focus has to be, you guys.
That's held me back because a lot of times I haven't even made phone calls because I didn't feel like doing anything with myself. And I thought, oh, great, if I get an overview, I'll look like this and I have to get ready.
I did an overview today like this, and they don't know what I normally look like. They probably wouldn't even recognize me. I'm going, wow, you're the lady, Because here's the deal. This is a work from home position.
Right.
I'm home. And there is probably a little bit of relief going, oh, you're coming to work with a pink sweatshirt on and no makeup. I like this. Remember the meeting I had when I was in Wisconsin? I had a baby on my chest. Sat on the floor with a toddler rolling balls. This is work from home. I'm home. Now, I personally love makeup. I do. I love makeup. I love, doing that whole process. That's why I come to work dressed in makeup because I enjoy this. I like it. This is just me being me. Doesn't mean you have to do it. This is me being me. Nobody cares, Michelle, that sometimes you come to a meeting in your pajamas. Nobody really cares. You're like, oh, I don't want to be out of my pajamas. What part of this do you think I care what you're wearing? I don't care.
Well, I mean, a prospect
I'm
that
with
would
you,
want to wear.
Michelle. I've got to have my hair done and makeup on. It's not. I'm with you, girlfriend.
Yeah, about 2 minutes.
Yeah, but here's the
You
deal.
got on real quick.
Leah, I can hear you. Are you talking to us? Or you talking to your date?
Yeah, I got.
I'm muting you. Um, I prefer to look better, but here's the deal. Nobody knows what I normally look like. You guys see me every day. You know I like bright colors. I got my lashes on. I love my lipstick, literally right here. You know that, but if somebody was to meet me today, if the guy would have showed up for the presentation, he wouldn't have known that I don't show up with a sweatshirt on and no makeup. He doesn't know. Hi, handsome.
I, however, am not wearing makeup. Just because we're different
There's a
that way.
little blush right there.
Hey, I'm not wearing my hair down. Okay, Dave?
Okay,
Yeah.
just thought I'd clarify that.
Thank you so much. It's
Nice
so
to see you,
helpful.
Dave.
You're
David.
so helpful. We
I
just-
didn't mean to talk to you about that.
Yeah. So this month, you guys, the rest of this month, going into February, I want you to stop caring over whether you are looking fabulous. Stop caring about what people are going to say. Stop caring. Get the follow the process screen and just read it. If you don't know why somebody needs Melaleuca, then it's not going to work. Put them on your engagement list. The reason that works is because I know why. Like for most of you on here, I know why you need Melaleuca. So I literally could go through that script and talk to almost all of you as to why we should set an appointment for you to learn more. I'm just asking you to come and learn more. You have to understand that is the job. I'm asking you to come and learn more. That's the first step. Let's just set a timer. Let me send you a video for you to learn more. I'm not going to try to explain anything. Not going to try to persuade you. I'm setting a time for you to come learn more. Okay, so it's hard to say the wrong thing if you're just reading a script. It really is hard to say the wrong thing if you're just reading the script. And the whole part of that in the script is I thought about you because that's the part you have to fill in. And then the story of you as to why you're here. And if you're not using follow the process, then you have to understand why is it that someone who is higher ranked than you, been in this a long time, is telling you what to do and you're refusing to do it. Why is that? Why aren't you doing it? Do I need to be higher ranked? You want me to get Brooke Pollen on here and ask her to tell you to do it? Would that make you feel better?
Well, she's on fire tonight.
Yes, I am, because we're going to do this every month. You guys have to see where you're going to go because you know what? This is me talking to me too, you guys. I live all this because sometimes I get off schedule. And sometimes the reason I love the follow the process script, because after I've approached about 3 or 4 people, if I don't have it in front of me, I forget what I'm saying. Because you're saying it over and over and over again, right? I have to have it in front of me. Or all of a sudden I'm going, did I say this already? So, all right.
Sandy, a dumb question because I've asked it many times, but I'm going to ask you to repeat it again.
No.
When you say 10 dials,
Uh-huh.
that does that mean 10 approaches or 10 dials with
Who
the
wants to answer
intention
that
to
question for
approach?
me? Who wants to answer? Terry, answer that question for me.
Okay. 10 dials just means that you're reaching out to people. It doesn't mean you did an approach or anything. So
Yeah, that's
until
what I
you're
thought.
actually talking or messaging or getting something that says, yes, I'd like to book that appointment, you're not talking any of that. You can make 40 dials and you wouldn't have done anything. But you're building momentum in doing that because you're picking up the phone or sending your emails or however you're doing that. If you actually send something that is inviting them to do an approach or an overview, then that is considered your approaches. The other stuff is just getting in the rhythm of it.
So the dial is the umbrella for texting, Facebook messaging, voice memoing on Messenger, voice memoing. It's dialing for the point of setting an appointment. So you literally need to track. If you do, so I have this, right? And up in the corner under the dials, I do tally marks. How many dials am I actually doing? Tally marks. Every time I dial someone, text message, and for the point of setting an appointment, I do a little tally mark. That's it. Because you're going to realize that you actually dial a lot more than your approaches. So I'm dialing. I dial Ellen and I leave a message. Hey, Ellen, this is Sandy. Quick question. Give me a call back. Jen, hey, Jen, I got a question for you. Give me a call back. There's two. Hey, John. Hey, I know you're probably at your chamber meeting, but I have a question for me. Give me a call back. Marcella. Listen, we're playing phone tag, girlfriend. I have a quick question for you. Give me a call back. Terry. Oh, Terry, hi. This is Sandy.
Hey, how's it going?
It is so good. Listen, I now I'm approaching her. Listen, I just saw on Facebook that you have lost a lot of weight. I'm so proud of you. With that in mind, has anyone ever talked to you about Melaleuca?
No, they haven't.
Melaleuca is an online shopping site. I have been shopping here for 14 years. I've lost 42 pounds. I feel amazing. My friend lost 192 pounds. I know you're on a really great weight loss, but I thought of you because I know there's a lot of things that go along with weight loss. And I know you're really down this health journey. I'd love to share with you where I'm shopping. I don't want to go into any details now, but I'd love to set a
Okay.
Zoom time when I can walk you through everything. If after you've seen this, it's not for you, honey, you can tell me no, but I really wouldn't have called you unless I knew this was going to help you. So I'm available tomorrow at 10, or would 6 be better? That's your time.
Tomorrow, 6 p.m. would be better because I have a fluctuating calendar. I think I could fit that in tomorrow at 6. Can you send me that information? Because what do you need?
You know what? I'm just going to send you Zoom information. Zoom link will pop on there. I'll make it as short and sweet as I possibly can because I know you're busy. Okay.
Okay, sounds great.
All
I'll
right.
look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Love you, darling. See you then. Bye. That was an approach. And I set an appointment. So it took me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, 5 dials before I actually talked to someone, which is real numbers.
So
It's real numbers. That's
yeah.
why when you write it down, then you can see, oh, I really do have to dial quite a few times before I actually talk to someone to approach them.
So I could potentially have one of my days where I do 10 dials and approach no one, and have other days where I do 10 dials, but I actually approach 3 or 4 or 5, basically, like it, right? Okay, but it's kind of a statistic thing. Can I ask you, by the way, the sheet you keep showing me is not the sheet that I downloaded.
I know I was going to say, is it new? It looked different.
Yeah.
Mm, that's interesting that you think I know what you have. Isn't that funny? I don't know what you have.
It's your paper sheet that you're using, and they're printing off the other one. You have the old style, Sandy, that we used to tack it the other way.
Yeah.
Your paper sheet.
Yeah, I probably have an older copy because these are just left over from the printing. So it's all kind of the same thing. I don't know. I'm
You
going
could,
to I'm going to update the Zoom sheet, the working Zoom sheet, because I want to be able to have on there for you guys to go through your task of do this, go to your Grow app, start with Grow, start your day with Grow.
On
So
the working Zoom sheet, I didn't see a spot to note when we're doing, and maybe we don't track this, that when I'm doing engagement, like in the sense of like when I'm commenting on posts or whatever, like that I commented on so and so's post, so that I know that that person is fresh in the loop, kind of thing.
so this is the newer one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just left over from a stack that I had printed. This is the newer one. So the
Yeah.
goal, you guys, is, daily check-in. This is the morning or check with your accountability partner. So Jill is my accountability partner. We do a daily check-in with that. I'm in here on 7:30, post your numbers. This is a thing that we used to do. Some people still do it. This is so important, you guys. Respond to yesterday's post. That's part of your morning routine. Check the Melaleuca customer page. You guys, I am working hard on content on there to help our customers. You guys need to be commenting on these posts, adding more information. The goal is not to overwhelm customers, but if I say something about FiberWise, you guys need to be on there going, man, I love FiberWise. This is how it's helped me. Our testimonies on these products page are going to be so important. And remember, that's part of our 5 things that we're going to do. We're going to get really good at follow-up. So my morning routine is I do all of this in the morning. I check the Mela customer page. Then I check it off when I do it. I post stuff on there. I respond to what other people say. I will tag customers because, again, I'm loving on my customers. And you guys, I'm loving on your customers. Come love on our customers. Help each other out. Help a girl out. Then check the business builder. This is where I communicate with all of you. This is just the daily activity. You don't have to overthink this. Put it in your schedule, right? I add names to my contact list. This is my touches and conversations. The goal is 20. Now, this is where I went online. And this is where I have an online working Zoom and I have my 30 engagement list on there on the online working Zoom. This is how I have the people, I'm there. Don't hammer me on this. People are like an inventory. Here's Alyssa, right? And here's all the times I have personally reached out to her when she becomes a customer or I set an appointment, I take her off that form and then I put her into my appointment form. And then when she says yes, I put her in the customer thing. And then, there's a whole list of what I'm doing with Alyssa as far as a inventory. She's a person, right? Keep tally of how many dials. Did I do any follow-ups? Did I connect with any customers? Did I approach who? Did I set appointments? Did I enroll in what category? I keep these because you can look back and what kind of helped me to understand where what was my losses. I was not really I was enrolling a lot of category ones. And that's when I went, man, I am not doing a good job about really being intentional about business builders. So now I really, really, really am intentional. So you need to have 1, 2s, and 3s here. You can't just have a bunch of 1s because in order to grow, you have to have some 1s and 2s and 3s, right? All right. Anybody
So
else?
the sheet you just shared with us, showed us there, is a bit different to the one that I have, but you had a place for me to write down that I commented on Sally's post or whatever, that you have that there. But the one that I had doesn't have that. It just has little hearts. The 9 touches and conversations. That's where I can put down Sally post.
Okay, so where
right?
I got this is I went to Business Builder Support. I clicked on
Yeah.
Working Zoom 2023. It pulls this up. I clicked on it and there we go. I don't really,
Wow, I don't know.
Ellen, it doesn't really matter what you have.
Yeah, but I prefer yours, is what I'm saying. I'm going to look for it because I got it from the Business Builders, but that's not what mine looks like. So
I think you got a copy of the online version is what you printed, and that looks much different than what she just showed you.
And there's a 2024 version, I think. Let's see.
That might be it. Maybe I have the 24 version.
You guys are getting lost in the details.
It's all good. I know, but I was getting lost in it because I wanted to take notes on my paper, and I was actually going to put some in the other spot, and then I was thinking I'll just write it on the back, but.
Okay, does anybody else have any other questions?
What is the Mila customer page that you mentioned?
The customer page that I have is called
On the shopping club.
It's Wellness Shopping Club Customer Support.
Wellness what now? Shopping
Right there.
Club. Customer support. Now, is that the one that you talked about that's on Messenger? You said you had a group on Messenger?
No,
That's it.
no, the Messenger one that I have is called Advanced Accountability, and that is an accountability group, which we can add you to. But again, there's files underneath here, all kinds of stuff there, like essential oil guide, breast health lists, all kinds of stuff. There's featured or videos and stuff that I've done. But I don't know how come I have 4,000. I have 4,000 members. That's really cool on here, you guys. Here's like a DUI sugar scrub. I've been posting more of this stuff. If you guys seen these, that's pretty cool.
That was a very good post.
This is about rice. You guys aren't supposed to keep rice. I did not know anything. I don't eat hardly rice any at all, but there's a lot of good information about this. This is something you guys can look for customers, but also you can copy and paste and go, that's a good idea. I'm going to send this to my customers who haven't placed an order yet. This is about, she's hysterical. This is about people that are wanting to lose weight and wonder why your weight fluctuates. And she's talking about water gain and how it happens. It's really good. So somebody asked about the fragrance and renew. 23 comments about it. I added mine on there. Here's an idea for 40 product points for him. So you guys, I'm trying really hard to educate our customers. Anything that's posted on here, like here's a FiberWise real talk about FiberWise. Here we go. This is was talking about cramping when they first started fiber. So here's some reasons why fiber can cause cramping.
Can this information be shared to our customers?
And invite them, honey. I do not personally have 4,100 customers.
Okay.
Yeah, invite them. Now, when you invite people, what I see, because I'm the admin for this, and when I see them, if it says invited by you, Marcella, I automatically have them. You guys, the rules are you cannot invite someone who is not a customer. So you can't just go
Okay.
through all your Facebook and I'm hoping they're going to be a customer. Maybe if they see this stuff, then they like it. No, they have to be a customer. Because I tell you what, if I find out that someone's not a customer is on them, I'm going to enroll them. I don't care who invited them.
If they suspend their account, do we need to take them off?
It's up to you. Okay, I don't care. Keep them on. I don't really care. I would say,
But
I would personally keep them.
Yeah.
I would too,
Yeah.
because most people are pausing their account for a month or 2 months, maybe 4 months, depending on what's going on. They pause it not a very short time, and they get educated by staying in that page.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. I just think it's the more that they can see. But this is why a lot of you guys know I'm reading a book called Stories That Stick. And it has had a huge impact. And you guys, this is why it's so important that you are telling your story, your personal testimonies on this customer page. Because I can talk about fiber, but to have somebody say, like I can say, I lowered my cholesterol 55 points by starting FiberWise and then taking the Phyto Omega for cholesterol. 55 points is huge, right? That's a testimony that's going to be so much more interesting than FiberWise has insoluble and soluble fiber. That doesn't mean a lot to people. But look at what it's done for me. You guys, if you see FiberWise, you need to get on there and go, this is how it's helped me. This is why I love it. Because cholesterol may not resonate with somebody. But Patty will tell you that she's gnarly with her personality if she doesn't have FiberWise, and that needs to be hers. Like you can really see a big difference in her personality if she doesn't take FiberWise. Irritable bowel people, FiberWise. So let's get personal and share your stuff. That's what's going to help resonate with somebody, because you never know if somebody go, oh, I don't have cholesterol issues. I'm not really grumpy. Oh, irritable bowel. I got that. Let me look at this.
Not
Depression.
to mention, it gives us stories. It gives us stories to share with people too when we see these.
It really does. Because one of the things under the digital library, you have your own digital library. You can use my digital library, when I took everything up boards. But another thing that I have on my personal digital library is personal testimonies that I'm gathering so that I can say, like, I don't have irritable bowel. I can't talk to that. But my mom does. And so her personal testimony is there about how she has to take this. It really helps. I don't deal with depression or anxiety, but boy, my friend Brooke does. And FiberWise, if she doesn't take it, her depression really kicks in. So take these stories and collect them and collect them and collect them, because that's what's going to help your customers. So if you have someone that's dealing with depression, you go, you guys, honey, depression is really about gut health. Vitamin D and gut health. Let me share with you what my friend Brooke said about how FiberWise really helped her with her depression and anxiety. And then turn it into a script form, which you can do on digital library. I should talk about this on Monday night, shouldn't I? This would be a good training. And take a note. All right. All right. Anybody else have any questions? All right, everybody say bye. I'm going to stop the recording. Bye.